Hey guys, Brian Savage here with you. Again, this is I guess video number 3. The first one was an unboxing. This is video number 2 on building the overdrive. And I want to talk to you in this video about how to lay it out, how to put all these, because there's no pre-drilled holes in this. So I kind of set it out and lay it out. Now I have soldered on all the components, soldered in the switch. I haven't put all the wires on it yet because I didn't want to make it unruly, just like I haven't put any of the wires on the input or output. But as you can see, this board kind of lays in here like such. So in here is going to have to be where my hole is, and that one's going to have to be pretty precise where that one is, because that is determined where this board won't fit in there unless it's in there. So we know that. So we're going to have to take some measurements as from the width and length that way and this way to where this switch will center, to where we get it in here. And then I kind of put, this is where the LED is. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. I just have them laying on it. But the LED and then the 3 potentiometers, I put the knobs on it. And I kind of laid it out how I wanted it to be, to where I could still see the LED, I could still see the knobs, nothing was going to be touching, but yet I had plenty of room. And it looks like I'm going to, it's not going to be an issue, but I want to make sure I get them all in good lines. Here is the input for the power supply. It's going to go in right there, about right in here. If you look, I have all these components that stick up like this. This capacitor, for instance, you can see it sticks up almost as tall as what the body of this is. It's not, so that's good. And I will take this jam nut all the way down and bring this as far up or down as possible to where I clear my potentiometers. The thickness of these is they mount underneath, so I can clear those. So it's going to be about in there so that you can see I have room for these to set inside here, and they'll be in this vicinity right here. Now there is wires here that have to go underneath of these for all these pots, so I have to be mindful of that as well. So, you know, all those kind of things, the things you got to think of. That's the things you got to think of as you're trying to lay this out. So again, I kind of stick it up against there where it's going to be and think, okay, this has got to stick out that far. That's how far it's going to stick in there. When I can't go there, it's going to be the switch, so I got to move it up some to where those wires line up. There's this little slot out piece here. I think I want to use it there so I miss all those wires. If I bring the jacks way down here, then I'm going to be into my battery compartment. Let's see here. Input side, input side. Let me look at tip in. So this one's the input. It's definitely got to go this side, and this one's the output. It goes in this side. You know, like I said, if I put it all the way back there, I miss my PCB board, but I also take up my battery compartment space. So I've got to come up with them. Problem is they've got to, they've really, it's a booger, man, guys, it really is. You got to really think about this and lay this stuff out. So it's got to come in there, and then I also, like I said, all these wires have to go underneath of it, so I'm going to have to make sure that I keep this board as close to the bottom as possible, but without touching the bottom, of course. And there's a little bit of a recess, so I've got some wiggle room in that. So that's that. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, I know what all this stuff is we're going to measure each one of the diameters. All the pots are the same. I've already done this, but measure the diameter of the pot on the stem so I know what size drill bit I need to use. I do that for the 3 potentiometers. I do it for these. I do it for that. And I do it for that. Get those drill bits. And then start thinking about this as well. Now, I will take and cover this whole thing with this masking tape right here. Whole thing gets masked off. And the reason I do this is to cause myself headache later. No. I don't want to, I want to be able to mark with my fine point marker. I want to be able to mark on this, keep my lines without them wiping off. I want to be able to not worry about scratching any of the surfaces if I do happen to slip, which I probably will. But as you can see, that right there makes it a whole lot easier to write on. So, great. Haha. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop now. I think you guys get the gist of how I do it. I use this as a to keep everything in line. For instance, when I do these 2 potentiometers, they got to be in line. You know, I want to dead split those 2 with this one here. So I got some measuring out to do. I'll measure it all out, and then I'll lay it all out, and then I will drill it. And after I get it all laid out, measured out, maybe I'll throw the drill press up here and show you what I mean. Again, I wish I could pause and fast forward, so I could fast forward through the boring parts and then pause when I'm doing nothing, like setting up a tool or something, but unfortunately I don't have anything to be able to do that. No camera, no editing software, nothing like that. Simply have an iPad, and I'm sure there is apps for the iPad that will do all that. Who knows? But I'm not ready to go that far with it. I think whenever I get something going on with this, excuse me, I will get a I will get a camera, and when I do, I will get a good software, a Corel, Adobe thing. If you guys got any suggestions on what to get, shoot me. Comment, let me know. In the meantime, we're going to stop here with the video, and then I'm going to take the time to go ahead and lay this stuff out the way I want it, and then I will show you before I actually, per se, do the deed of drilling it. I'll show you all my layouts and all my marks. How's that? And then maybe show you a little bit of drilling. Again, it's going to be a long series of videos. Share the music. Share the love. Peace out.